All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Giveaway Show. I'm Carl's Collects Comics, and I'm excited to have you guys here. Just a quick couple of reminders as we get started. If you're new to the channel and maybe you don't know much about what we do here, this is our weekly schedule. Monday Hauls Live happens Mondays at 10 p.m. Central, headlined by MT, the great, wise comic collector buried in comics up in the snowland. And he's got plenty to show us every week. He gets stacks of books and he shares it with us. I pop on as well as others. On Wednesday nights, which is what you're watching right now, the giveaway show happens at 10 p.m. Central. And this is our time to hang out, talk about some of the pressing topics of the comic book community. We also do some giveaways. And we've got a couple of really cool ones for you tonight. Last but not least, Friday features. We haven't had those in a few weeks, but looking forward to sharing some of those as we get closer to the end of August. Friday nights at 10 p.m. Central. These are things like top 10 lists, creator interviews, other fun stuff, including a Friday feature series that happened a few months back. That is Comic Collecting for Beginners. It's a 4-part video series for new comic collectors. It's in its own playlist over here on the channel, and it is all completely free. And it's just a way to help new collectors get oriented to this hobby that we all love. So we are very excited that we were very excited that you're here with us tonight. What's up, everybody? It is me, Carl's Collects Comics, with my co-host Paul. As always, professional Paul, the professional comic guy. And so he's here with us tonight. Looks a little bit dazed. Paul, what you been up to today? Why are you muted? You muted yourself, Paul. All right. There you
are.
You
hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right. Appreciate everybody for joining us tonight. It's the giveaway show. And I see there are a bunch of people in here and ready to hear us talk about how to keep your collection safe.
There you go. All right, well, everybody, hey, we're glad that you're here with us. Let's do some chat shout-outs, and then in about 10 minutes, we're going to do our first giveaway of the night. So what's up to, the comic book report dropping in first place. What's up? Good to see you. Hope that you're doing well, my friend. Andrew Kai, one of our winners from the last milestone giveaway. Thank you for being here tonight. There's the ever faithful and present Comic Tracks hanging out in the chat. What's up, Carl's DLR? Good to see you as well. Larry Green, hello. Good to, back at you. Amazing Spider Flint, glad that you're with us tonight. Let's see there's a comic book report again. Neon Kane, hey, good to see you. Johnny Five Alive, glad to see you as well. Mr. Nash, always good to see you in the chat. Glad that you're here with us tonight. Dynamic duo, dream team. There you go. Always professional. Comic Tracks there. Escargo 80, what's up? Good to see you. Mike Bravo, welcome to our Houston friend. And then Nerdmazing, what's up? It's good to see you. Nerdmazing is going to be making his first appearance here coming up shortly. We're going to get that scheduled. So thank you guys for all being here tonight. Just real quick, we are approaching our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. That's going to be a big milestone show, big milestone here for the channel. We're, I think, at like 955 or so in terms of subscribers. And looking forward to breaking that with y'all here by the end of the month. So that should be coming up. I'll be making some announcements probably on Monday about some of the prizes that will be given away. It's not just going to be comic books this time. So there should be some other fun stuff that we'll be able to be generous with. So we're looking forward to that. Kip D, what's up? I'm here, but up to my butt in comics. Hey, is there a worse? There's a lot of worse things that that could be going on, but that's awesome. I have a bunch here myself. Strictly Comics, there he is, the OG of YouTube.
He came in to take notes. He's trying to learn tonight.
He wants to learn how to protect his comic books. All right. Yeah, Larry Green, that's right. There are going to be some non-comic prizes. And we'll get to that. And so I'm looking forward to it. But hey, this is the giveaway show, episode number 34, and we were talking about how to protect your comics. We're going to do that in 2 sections. I'm just going to kind of lay out the framework, and then we'll get into it. The first part that we're going to talk about is proper storage. And then the second part later on, definitely after the first giveaway, we're going to be talking about controlling the uncontrollable. Paul looked at me like I was crazy when I said that to him earlier backstage, and he was like, what are you talking about? That didn't even make any sense. Well, it will make sense because we'll be talking about stuff like natural disasters, fire, flood, hurricane, all that good stuff. I'm here because I love the chemistry between all. That's for you, strictly.
What are you doing?
There's a little heart. It was like heart.
Strictly, you cold-blooded, Strictly. Oh, man.
But let's see. There you go. Store in garage, high humidity, always the best. There you go. Getting them started early. So yeah, so those are the two areas that we're going to talk about tonight. I did cover some of this about storing your comic collection in the How to Start Collecting Comics video series that I shared about just a couple minutes ago. But we're going to give some additional hints. I'm going to share a couple of just a little bit of information I found. And remember, when we share this information, it's really just us as collectors, stuff that we've learned that we can try to pass on to everybody, here in the community. And also, hey, if you're in the community and you drop some information in the chat, don't be afraid to do that, because we'll highlight those and share that with everybody as well.
No, don't do that, because I will critique it.
There you go. Strictly Comics, heart, or in the attic. There you go. Yeah, the attic.
The attic.
Basements and attics. Or no, garages, basements, and attic. Well, no, garages and attics especially, I think, are pretty.
Yeah, I think a basement's okay.
Basement's
if you
pretty
have
nice,
adequate ventilation going down there. But
so,
we can't have a basement because of the water.
Let me show what are we going to do for giveaways tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this week.
All right, you're out of here, Mr. Collector.
Fresh out on the newsstand. We're going to go, let's see. I picked up some cool books. There we go. Okay. I just like you, Kip D, I do have a stack of comics right here by me. Hey, if you made it to your LCS today, you might have had a chance. There you go. Larry Green, Between the Mattress and the Springs.
Larry, man, you my boy.
Noted. All right, Mr. Collector, what's up? Good to see you. So, hey, if you were actually no. Okay, so here's what we'll do. I'll give you a choice on one of them, and then on the other one, I'm going to go ahead and send one of these out into the community. So this is okay. So the first giveaway will be a choice between a couple of Star Wars books, and I've got two here. I've got a reprint of Star Wars number 18. It's in fairly rough grade right here. We're gonna do this first. You get either this one or this variant of the Mandalorian, issue number 1. This is, yeah, so you get your choice of one of those and the Star Wars books. And then I've got a cool little pickup that I found. I'll share more about it on Monday. This is a copy of Wolverine number 50, if you remember this, from circa 1991. This is a die-cut cover. It's fairly high grade. Could use a little bit of a press, but it's actually in really good shape.
That's the story of the Weapon X top secret mission. Right.
And if you haven't seen it, the slashes are actually die cut into the cover, and it's you can see the first page in here. So yeah, this was a pretty popular book back in its day. I came across a couple of them. I thought, hey, this would be a cool retro giveaway for this. So yeah, this is Wolverine number 50. Going to be giving this one away in high grade as well. So those are the giveaways we got for tonight. Let's see. Yeah, same Nerd Amazing. That was some of the best stuff that came. Well, yeah, I'm an 80s and 90s kid, so everything during that time period I am a big fan of. So all right, so let's go ahead and get started with our topic before we do our first giveaway. Paul, so I'd broken it down into two areas for protecting your comic collection. The first was proper storage, because this is one of the ways that we can protect comic books and make sure that they are that we protect them from just the everyday elements that are available, that are going to start working against us, especially older comic books. The older the comic book, the less refined the paper, so the more acid the paper will off gas over the years. So you have to be really, so as the book gets older, you have to take more and more steps to preserve it properly. And we're going to go over a couple of those suggestions. I'm sure some of you guys that are big, collectors that have been in it for a long time will have some suggestions to throw in there. So I'm looking forward to jotting down some stuff as well. So the first thing under proper storage is talking about bags and boards. And I was going to see, Paul, did you have any notes or thoughts about bags and boards and just that kind of that element of storage?
Well, some of them I've used, like BCW. I got BCW ones with the boards, and I go modern for the modern ones, but I don't like that sometimes, and sometimes I'll go silver to make it more room for them. But yeah, silver bags, boards, use the shiny side, but also I do sometimes with the bigger books. I get them top loader, Mylar. But I also have double boards, I think. I think this one's double board. Let's see. Oh, I think it's a single big board. I think that's a Backer BC Gerber Backer. I think I got a big 4 mil one. That's 2 mil with the top loader. Then I have the ones like this one, another top loader. She got 2 boards on there. But yeah, just to make it. But I use 2 mil. I have 4 mil, but 4 mil is just so hard to get in and out of the bag and board. I hate doing that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do. And for the nicer ones, I always use double boards. Like this one's got a double board on that one. Yeah, I got my lights. Yep. And this one I got same thing, double boards. Yeah. Pretty much the bigger stuff I put double boards, Mylar in them. And the regular ones I just use silver and modern BCW bags and boards. Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm going to switch it back over and show a couple of the storage items that I've got. So, all right. So, I also, like Paul, kind of, and probably like a lot of you that are experienced collectors, it goes up, the level of protection goes up based on the age and the value of the book. So, a modern book, like this one. Okay, I've got this one ready for a signing happening here in town. Yes, it does, Mike Bravo. It does matter how the board is inserted into the bag. I like to insert the board at the same, under the comic book into the bag together. I don't like to take them out separately. I like to put them in, take them out separately. And you always want to use the glossy side towards the back of your comic book. So there's going to be a matte side and a glossy side to a standard board. I don't know if you can catch this. You see there's a little bit of shine. I don't know if you can tell the difference in this. There's a
And
little
then
bit.
after so many years, you got to change them out because they turn
Yeah.
yellow. And
So for standard poly bags and boards, they've got a shelf life because they're going to start to get wrinkly and kind of wavy and even a little bit gummy because over time the poly doesn't hold up the same way that a mylar does. So for like a modern book like this is just a standard current size bag. They make bags in current or modern, silver or silver and gold, and then golden age. And they're all sizes based on the width and the height of the book. Now, some collectors like to put books into a silver bag and have more of a border. You can do it that way, or in a current bag.
hell no, I know you just. Is that a Detective 27?
It is. Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's a facsimile. Okay.
Oh, okay. You may proceed now, sir.
So, but yeah, some collectors like to put different, like to have a little bit more cushion. One thing I've started to do over time has been to start to use the Comet Clear backer boards. They make these in current, silver age, and golden age. In drop tests, which I recently had happen to me, a stack of comic books fell. These do hold up a little bit better than the E. Gerber fullbacks.
Oh, so they were telling you to try them out, so they just gave them to you to try them out because they knew you would drop the book.
No, I've bought these myself. I'm saying that I had an incident here where I dropped a stack of books and it was painful. But fortunately, I think most of them were okay. But the corners of all the boards in the bag were ruined. So my ideal for like a higher dollar book is this is in a Mylar. Mylar is an acid-free, archival quality style of bag. They're shinier. It's easier to look through them. Like you can see through them better. You can see more about the detail of the comic book. And I've started using them with clear backer boards, so I can see the comic itself. Yeah, we're gonna get to microchamber paper. So like this run of Submariners, I've got with clear backer boards and Mylars in them, so I can see what's going on in them. So now these are more expensive than regular cardboard boards, but now they're actually easier to find. When what's the shelf life? So the shelf life on them they're so new that I don't know that there is an established shelf life yet. But it's got to be. Because it's acrylic, it's got to be longer than some of these cardboard, or even the acid-free cardboard backing boards. It's got to be higher than those, but I don't know if there's like an established shelf life for them yet. Neighborhood Merc, and so, so Mr. Collector mentioned that, and I was going to mention that as well. Yeah, well, I was going to mention that under acid mitigation. Okay, so containers, there's multiple different types of containers you can store the books in, but the ideal way to store your book is up in an upright position in a cool, dry area. Because remember, any type of moisture, whether it's coming from humidity, rain, whatever, any type of moisture is bad for your comic books. Now, humidity is used for pressing, but that's in a controlled environment, and that's under constant watch from your pressers. So pressers would know that, they'll know how to handle that. But as a standard rule of thumb for storage, you want to reduce the amount of moisture, reduce the temperature change up and down too much, and you want to keep it at a decent room temperature amount. I know some people that have stored books in garages and attics and basements. And basements, I would be okay with, but I think you need climate control wherever you're going to store your books, whether it's in a storage unit, whether it's at home in a special room, wherever you're storing it. Climate control is going to be a big thing.
Yeah.
Paul, do you want to talk a little bit about like different containers for?
I just want to show like what.
Yeah.
So I've used these two. So I got the 4 mil BCW.
Okay.
Archival, but this is 4 mil, and then this is the 2 mil, the My Lights. These are easier to like maneuver. Like when you see these are in the 4 mil, but they make them look so beautiful. But these are 4 mil right here, but it's so hard to get them in and out.
Yeah,
it's like you put them in and you're just like, I'm not trying to mess with them too much. But yeah, 4 mil, 2 boards. No. But they're supposed to like be. They're supposed to be like really, really. And so I need a bigger like box to put them in. No, they actually fit in the regular box. But yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Like you just use which ones you like, but I think these are more maneuverable for the comics.
Yeah.
But these right here, you just put them in and you don't want to move them at all. He says, what room temperature is best? I think if you have it at like 70, 75, if your house is at 75, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I don't think you want it hot and humid. So like me and Mike Bravo and Carlos live in Houston where it's really humid. So you try to keep them in an AC controlled environment. But I've seen books hold up that have been in storage units or like attics or garages. I mean, people don't really think of these as valuable books and they just leave them wherever. But
yeah,
as collectors, you want to keep them for a long time. Like this one, I keep it in a nice, clean,
right,
AC control in the dark. That's where people, they want to display them, which I feel you on that. But the light, after a while, can fade your books. Yeah. I've seen like comic shops have had these up for so long, and then you see the fades because it's been the light. So you want them in like a nice, cool, climate controlled place and in a box in the dark. That's what it is.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, no, those are all good points, especially the light that's going to happen, the light that hits, because we've probably all seen comic books that have been sun faded, and you have to be aware of that, especially like, for those of us, like when we display books out here, the books generally don't stay out, or the lights don't stay on. So like, as this area gets renovated and some of the comics are added back here, you won't, they won't necessarily stay here. I've even looked at not even having the comics, but just reproductions up here because, I just don't want to take that chance on the lights doing them. Okay, so Larry Green says, I get rain and wind on North Coast California. Yeah. So with that, we are gonna get to the controlling the uncontrollable in a few minutes.
Highlight
number
80. Yeah, so I've heard that people use My Light too, like I showed E. Gerber, fullbacks. I think halfbacks too, because I think fullbacks you don't have too much room. Some people don't like them. But Ultra Pro top loaders, I mean, I've heard a lot of guys have different ways of storage, but that's pretty good. Like that right there. I mean,
so what I did. Okay, so for my runs that I'm building, where I'm not going to like, okay, so like my GI Joe run, right? Let's take that for example, because there are some higher dollar books in that run, but the majority of them fall in the $10 to $15 value range. So I wouldn't necessarily put it in the Mylar with the clear backer. So what I do for those is I do use the E. Gerber fullbacks, which are much thicker and sturdier, and they're going to hold the book up, pretty well. And I use that inside of a My Light too. And then for sealing, what I've switched over to completely for a couple of reasons is blue painter's tape. Make sure you don't get the dollar store stuff. Make sure that you get, like this is the Scotch Blue number 2090. The reason I use this is so that I can put notes because you can write on it with a fine point Sharpie, So I've got the grade, and then I always make a note, has the book been cleaned and pressed before? So I have on here, needs a clean and press, because this copy of Namor number 1 has never been cleaned and pressed, but it's in current grade, it's a VG. Yep, that's another good. Yeah, we're gonna get through all these guys. Don't worry.
What I want to show is so you can do that, but look, this is what you do. You take the tape, right? Instead of before you move the book, you just take this off. Oh, the victim. You put it down, and there you go. You can just move it around. Look, I ain't gonna worry about no tape.
Yeah.
So and then you put it right back. Or you can do the ones with
resealables.
Yeah, look. Ooh.
Yeah,
so I just do that because I've done it one time on a book, and I just take time, a little bit more time, and just put the tape way away. Even the painter's tape, I would put it away, so I don't want nothing to get close.
Yeah, always pull whatever tape you're using off of the book before you start opening it and fiddling it. Kind of set up your workstation and have a little process so that because everybody's process is slightly different when it comes to how to take care of your books for dummies.
Hey, man, I'm trying to just show people, man.
I think everybody has made the mistake of getting a tape pull on their book.
I tell you this, I go to comic shops and I look at the back issue, the wall books, and I tell them, hey, you open the book because I'm not. And they'll just sit there and try to maneuver it with the tape. And I'm like, why don't you take the tape off? What are you doing? You're just trying to, but it just happens like that. And once it gets caught, you're in another totally different world.
Let me highlight a couple of, let's see. So Mr. Collector says, that's how I do my books. Well, bigger books, just make sure you grab the correct size boxes because the top loaders won't fit if you grab the wrong size. Excellent note. Short boxes especially are both different lengths and widths. So you want to always make sure that it's going to fit. Always ask to check it in the store.
Well, if you do top loaders, you probably have to use a magazine size box. Because I don't think a top loader would fit in a regular size, or a graded box.
Yeah,
that would work. If you need, I can send you collector measurement dimensions of what each one you need. I can do that for you, collector. Looks like you're having a couple of problems over there, but I'm here to help you, collector.
All right. Nerd Amazing says, I would suggest also keeping your comic books even in a storage box off the ground. Yes, very true. This way you can keep it from getting potential water damage from the ground level. Comic Track says it's the fluorescent lights that fade books, but apparently you can even get special covers to reduce it. This is true. Some stuff is UV treated, but I don't use any of that. I don't have any of that stuff, but I do know it exists. See, Mr. Collector, if you have the wrong size bin, you can turn the books 90 degrees and put in dividers. Nah, I think just get the right size. Let's see. Strictly says, I don't think we're breaking any real ground here at the feast.
Wow, Strictly. Yeah, it's not. Hey, man, just take notes, Strictly.
Paul, you can give me a hard time when I remove the tape completely, but I do it for a reason. LOL. Yeah.
I don't give you a hard time, Strax. You're lying right there.
So here's the deal. Let's keep it moving. So containers, real quick, I want to touch on acid mitigation. Understand that any paper product, regardless of how archival quality is, hang on, we're gonna get to it.
Okay.
But the in any comic that's like past, I think 1999, like older than 95, maybe, is going to have this. It's going to have been created from pulp or from wood pulp, and the paper quality, it's going to off gas more over time. Any bridges in Upper Pennsylvania?
Hold on, man, you're skipping
the other thing real quick as I can see, acid mitigation. There's microchamber paper that you can purchase off of eBay. I think you might be able to find it on Amazon as well. And there's a couple of specialty comic supply makers that have it available. Microchamber paper is what they put in a CGC book between the front cover and the inside front page, the back cover and the inside back page, and the middle, like right where the staples are of the comic book. So that 3 pieces of microchamber paper go into every slab that I think they're still doing it for moderns. I think they are. They should be. But remember that any paper product over time does off-gassing from the pulp. So the lower quality of the paper, i.e. the older the book, the more off-gassing there will be over time. So you want something in there to catch that so it doesn't stain the inside of the book. If you look at some older books, you can actually see on the inside front cover, you can see some weird red stuff, and it looks almost like an ink, kind of like an overlay ink printing error, but it's not. It's actually from the pulp, from the acid in the pulp of that comic that has stained the inside front cover of that comic book. And so that's why CGC, for those books that have that are made out of organic material, they have the microchamber paper. And Comic Track says climate controlled environments will slow all that down. Or you can just have someone sit on your books like the future Batman does.
What the?
Tracks, that may be true. That may be true. They would require change.
Hold on. We're going. We passed up. I wanted to do this one. He's asking, what do you know is a strong case that is for the expensive books without having to send it in to get graded?
Yeah, I mean, so PB saying the method that some people have outlined here is just fine. You don't need to get it, to properly preserve a comic book, you do not have to get it graded.
There are some because I think this guy does like custom slabs, so he orders ones.
Yeah, and
you could put the slab together without having to take it to CGC, but I'm not sure how much on those. But I think Mylar, 2 backer boards, 3 backer board, whatever you feel, or 4. Was it E. Gerber, the 2? What's it called? Full or halfbacks?
Yeah,
and a top loader. I mean, it should be secure right there. I mean, but if you want to go that route of doing it, I think there's some sites that have where you can buy the thing and put it yourself into a case, and then that way you can protect your book like that.
Yeah,
without sending it in to get graded.
All right. So hey, let's go ahead and do a giveaway because it is back. We're backed up on that. It's 33 minutes.
All I gotta say, Strictly, that was kind of mean, man. The future Batman, he stores his books nice, man. He doesn't sit on them. Don't take that, future Batman.
All right, guys. Hey, so here's the giveaway. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up in a second. But these are the 2 choices for the Star Wars for the first giveaway. And remember, the second giveaway, we're going to be giving away a copy of Wolverine number 50, the die-cut classic cover. And that's one that I'm really I was really pleasantly surprised to find those.
Was that? Oh, yeah, okay. You're welcome, Mr. Saint.
All right, so let's start with a quiz question because what's up, JT?
JT!
Oh, no. Naming names in the chat.
Who said? Oh, my bad, future Batman. Gerardo said on people's books. Oh, man, I know he ain't friends with some people now. Wow. I mean, I guess that's a good way to press a book. Sit on it.
All right, so here we go.
Oh, man.
Name a Hispanic superhero highlighted here on the channel at some point in the past. While we're waiting for that, real quick notice. So these are, I think, one of the greatest things ever. These are store folios. They're great for going on the go. They flip up and over and have a magnet closure here. They have a clear front. Also have a clear spine. You can see I have my old logo on there. And Prince Namor the Submariner. That's where I put my Submariner.
Wow, they got some good answers in here. Y'all boys pay attention. Y'all must have just watched the last video or something.
It's because I talk about all of them so much.
El Chapo? Oh, that's a good one, Mike Bravo. I like that answer.
Who said El Chapo? Who said that?
Jose. Strictly beat me to it. He said Jose.
El Chapulín Colorado.
So those portfolios are pretty good because I went hunting with Carlos one time and he dropped it maybe like 10 times. Wow. The guy sitting behind the Home Depot. Oh, strictly boy.
All right, let me start.
So the answer here is, this is the answer right here.
Wait, what are you doing? What did you put? No, that's not the answer. There's a lot of really good answers in here. Yeah, Future Batman got it. Comic Tracks got one. PB Saint got one. Kip D got one. Oh, Larry Green, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're doing okay there.
Hey man, that's the best one. Replay.
So if you there's a quiz question, just one of the Hispanic superheroes I have pointed out. Yeah, Zorro is extremely right. Yes, Zorro is one that I have highlighted here on the channel. America Chavez, yeah, let that one pass.
Namor is Hispanic. Yeah, he's going to be in the MCU.
He is going to be Hispanic.
Yep.
The guy, who put that? Carlos, he's a real life superhero. So the book's in a pink room with rolled up carpets in the corner.
Replay says, don't put your comics under any northern Pennsylvania bridges.
So yes, Zorro is correct.
Oh man.
Araña is another one.
Miles Morales. But I don't think you talked about Miles Morales.
Yeah, I have.
Oh yeah.
There's here on the channel. There's a whole video just highlighting some of the Hispanic superheroes books in my collection.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like.
I think it's under its own playlist for like personal collection books. But yeah. So let me start getting these entered. Future Batman.
And thank you for everybody. We got 26 people here. Y'all hit the like button. Appreciate y'all coming here. I appreciate y'all coming here to see me. We know Carlos is here, but
yeah, that's why they're here, because they want to see Paul. They're like, ooh, I want to see Paul.
El Machete. Oh, that's a good one.
You got to catch up on this.
The Future Batman said Carlos collects comics. Another great superhero.
There you go.
There you go, Replays. Let him know, Replays.
Comic Tracks, PB Saint.
Strictly Comics is half Hispanic.
Is Strictly Comics half Hispanic? I don't think he is.
Oh no, his name is Edwin. So
I think he's talking about Miles Morales.
No, he said Strictly Comics is half Hispanic.
Comics, Steve Brown, JT, Neon Kane.
Which half? Oh man.
TBR, Mr. Collector, Mike Bravo, even though I don't know who that character is. Mr. Nash. Let's see. There's Andrew Kai.
Stop brown nosing Future Batman. Oh wow. Oh man. Oh man. We got 25 people in here. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys all for being here tonight and for
all like coming on. Like, where's Paul at? Look at that. We got Carlos.
Okay, Comic Tracks is already on this. Already got CBR. Let me see if El Machete. replays. I'm here for Paul. Strictly Comics is happy. Can he be on the list?
There you go, JT. JT said hit the like button. Hey, thank you, JT. And just to let y'all know, there's a comic show coming this weekend. Carlos will be there. Strictly will do meet and greets at Eastern Rim this weekend. So y'all want to see Strictly or Carlos? They'll
I know
be
who
there.
They is.
They will be signing autographs and taking pictures.
Should have done a Where's Paul challenge for this one. There we go. Okay. All right. So let me share this screen. Let y'all take a
look.
Look.
Carlos doesn't know who Machete is. Yo.
I know who he is. All right. Hey, so we're glad that you guys are here. Just a quick note. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure and do so because we are approaching our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. There's going to be a lot of books and other stuff in addition to books that's going to be given away. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And I hope that you guys, I hope that you guys.
Damn right. You got to have this in a very dark place. You know, look at that. I'll be sending these out. I copied about another 100 of these.
Oh yeah, Paul's giving he's giving a free 24-hour turnaround. I'm gonna have Carlos collect shirts available. I'm gonna have Strictly Comic shirts available. What did they say?
He said collect.
I want a Carlos 8x10 signed glossy headshot. There you go.
Yeah, that is true. Replays nice. When they cut them. Yeah.
Acetate Comics signed by Carlos. There you go.
Yo. So y'all be there. I think Strictly and Carlos will be there from 12 to 3, signing autographs, and I will have T-shirts available outside.
All right, let's do the shuffle. 3, 2, 1, and here we go.
Carlos.
Y'all are joking about some of these merch ideas, but I've actually started ordering merch.
Uh-oh.
Although I will say that if anybody's going to be a plushie from the channel, it's going to be a plushie of Paul wearing a Carlos Collects Comics t-shirt.
Not going to happen, buddy.
Yep. Paul will get a royalty of $1 per unit sold.
Oh, okay. Well, damn. Then let's get going.
And wouldn't you know, I'll
look at Kip. There you go, Kip.
Nice.
That boy just said, I'm gone.
Congratulations, Kip D.
Kip.
So Kip D, I want you to drop in the chat which of these 2 books would you like. I've got the Mandalorian issue number 1 variant, and then I've also got this Star Wars number 18 reprint that is in fairly beat up condition. So so congratulations, Kip. Let me know which of those 2 you'd like. We're going to go ahead and get started on the second section of the show, and we're going to talk about for just a couple minutes. Okay, Mike. No, that was Mike Bravo.
Mike Bravo said he wanted Mando.
Mike Bravo didn't win though.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mike, why'd you put?
Kip D takes the Star Wars 18.
Oh, that is nice. That's a reprint too. That's nice.
Yeah, that's a fun book. All right, so Kip D, I think I have a package here for you. So I'm going to add that.
Great win, Kip. Well, I tell you, Mike Bravo, you just ain't right, man. I was reading off what he said. I didn't even see who the hell it won. I even said Kip won, and I read off his stuff.
All right, here we go. So Kip D, this is yours. I'm putting this over here. All right. All right, hey guys, I have been getting caught up on all the giveaways, the avalanche of books. So I have a few left to send out, but a lot have already gone out, and I've If you haven't received a tracking number from me, that means that your book hasn't gone out yet, because I always send tracking numbers to everybody. So never fear. I'm getting closer and closer to that box. It's a full short box of books to ship out. But that short box is down to just a third left to ship out. So I'm very, very excited. What's up, General Jedi? Good to see you. Glad that you're here in the chat. We're still going to have our face-off between Paul and General Jedi at some point in the future. All right. So part 2 that we're going to talk about is controlling the uncontrollable. I want to dispel just a couple of quick myths about insurance and your comic book collection. Number 1, a standard homeowners or renters policy usually does not cover collectibles because of the volatility of the market and assigning value to it for adjusters. Most homeowners, I say most because once in a while you find an agent that can actually will actually put it together for you, but a lot of them don't even want to deal with it. So I highly suggest, when we talk about controlling the uncontrollable, I highly suggest purchasing one option for you to protect higher dollar books and a large collection is to purchase a specialized insurance policy just for your collection. And that's something you can do. It's relatively inexpensive. I've seen quotes for a $10,000 collection as low as $65 for a year. For like a $30,000 to $35,000 collection, I've seen a quote of just around $200. Now, different people have different philosophies on insurance, but the thing I'll say is that if you keep your collection at home, and of course in a home-based collection, there's always if you have a collection that is starting to get up in value, and if you're getting bigger and bigger books, I personally suggest and recommend getting a quote from an insurance company to do that. I know Beckett Insurance will do quotes. They're very fast, very helpful, and then there's at least a couple of others. I'll put them on. Maybe I'll share them next week, or maybe on Monday or Wednesday show of next week I'll share about specific companies and contact information. And what I should have done was bring on a representative from one of the companies to talk about it for a few minutes in a live stream, because they're very helpful. Obviously, they're trying to sell you a policy, but I do highly recommend, if your collection is like $10,000+ in value, and not like a bunch of filler books. If it's a bunch of filler books that range from like $1 to $3 or $4, that's not really kind of what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like if you're starting to have boxes worth of books that are $100 a piece or more, and then you start having bigger and bigger books, which generally happens as you're a collector. You get bigger and bigger books. So you want to, at a certain point, to me, the cutoff is $10,000 in value. I would absolutely consider at least getting a quote and seeing if it's something that you can swing. It's very affordable for a year, and then you have the peace of mind. And then also it forces you to document your collection, which is also another good thing to do, because in case of a fire, flood, or other natural disaster like a mudslide, or any of those types of things, depending on the part of the country that you live in, it's good to have a documentation. Breed Place, I will share those companies. I might, while Paul's talking in this next segment, I might look up and see if I can get that email from to share the information. General Jedi, can I hold yours? Yes, I can. So that's on. Paul, do you have any thoughts on insurance? Or
well, the only thing that I'll touch base on is on the insurance part. Me and Carlos talked. You just usually have to have like receipts and stuff. Hey, I bought this for this much money, or these books are in this amount of money. Same thing with like guns or anything in your home that you have paperwork for, like TVs, stuff like that. But also what he was saying is like there are some websites that do specialize in like collectible toys, comics, stuff like that, and they will give you a ballpark figure of what your you pay every month for your collection's worth. But like I've talked to other people, like ETA Nick is no longer on here on YouTube. I watch him a lot. He has a bunch of his most expensive stuff in the safety deposit box at a bank. So yeah. I've seen people do that, or you have a fireproof safe and you put your expensive stuff in there, plus the money, whatever. But like we were talking, you can't really, it depends on what part of the country. Like where we live, we get hurricanes, tornadoes. You can't really do anything about that. If a tornado drops, your house done, and you have hurricane, whatnot, floods, but different parts of the country, like you got California who has earthquakes and stuff like that. I mean, it's just like, that's what I just said, future Batman. I just said get a safe or put it in the safety deposit box. Yeah, that's what I just said, man. Okay, good night. But anyway, like what I was saying, there are some places that have a certain. Oh, okay, here we go.
No, sorry, I'm just queuing it up. Yeah, I'm gonna talk
about firearms
because
you can put whatever in a safe. Strictly, I mean, people that build walk-in safes.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the deal. We're gonna a couple of things. Let me just run through these things real quick. Okay. So for those who are interested in homeowners insurance or not homeowners in insuring your collection, I want you to take a look at this and maybe take a screenshot or jot this down. So this is Beckett. This is a company.
That is true. I agree with Larry. Like people say that it's common sense, but a lot of people will be like, "Oh, if something happens," and like, "Hey, why don't you get a safe?"
Okay, hang on a second. So look, check it out. Here at the bottom, I don't know if you can see it. There's a phone number about insurance.
Make it bigger. Make that bigger.
Well, I don't know how to make it bigger.
Take us off and do that by itself, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That way it'll get bigger. Oh, it won't be bigger.
Okay.
I guess we could try.
Yeah. So Bree plays. I just want to say something about the whole safe issue. I personally.
That's true. They probably would, but I don't think that they retain.
There you go.
I guess if you keep it, you would have to keep it in an AC controlled environment. I mean, I don't think it would hold moisture. I've never seen my guns have no moisture.
Okay, so there you go. I think that's a little bit bigger, so everybody can see it.
Yeah, you can see it. 855.
Yeah, and Omar, I'm gonna touch on that because I personally do not believe in storing collectibles, especially comic books, in a safe. I don't think that's a good idea to do that.
Yeah, that's true too. What Trax said. I've heard that too. Like it got moisture packets that suck out the moisture. Yeah.
Yeah, I would suggest for guys that have like some bigger books, I'm dropping in the chat the phone number for Beckett Collectibles. That's the insurance company that I would recommend talking to. So you can give, make sure and jot that number down. Let me say this real quick. When it comes to safes, I don't think it's the highest level of protection for comic books, because even a fire rated safe, understand that the heat from the fire, even if the flames are kept from burning the contents of a safe, you need to understand that the temperature inside that safe, is going to get very, very hot, very, very fast. And anything paper, especially comic books, it'll make the pages brittle. And it can also deform the cases if they're in CGC cases or other types of things. The other thing, Omar asked, there is another one. I've talked to multiple ones. There is another one. I don't remember their name right offhand, so I can't put. But I always, the rule of thumb I always do when dealing with vendors, always get 3 quotes. Always get 3 quotes. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll be sharing. I'll probably share some phone numbers and at least 2 other reputable companies that you can reach out to and talk to. I mean, of course, I can't 100% endorse them, but I think you're grown adults. You can do your own common sense research and due diligence about these different companies. But there are multiple companies that will do it, but you just want to make sure that it's one with a long-standing, reputation and standing in the industry. And the thing I like about Beckett is that they're already tied into so many other collectibles, so they understand that market. But yeah, I want you to do your own due diligence. So that's for that. So when it comes to fire safes and high-end storage in your home, always understand that these type, like a safe is only like basically any type of protective environment that you're going to store your collection in. If the weather's bad enough, or if a criminal, God forbid, if a criminal wants it bad enough, they're going to get it. You just want to try to keep it as safe as possible. That's why for me, as opposed to a fire safe in the home, I would actually prefer a safety deposit box, which is off-site. And at that point, the contents are completely covered by the federal government, and you can access it. The access is a little bit more limited, but for some of these books, I think it is hard to keep them in a home setting. You want to be careful because that's I think you're trolling strictly. No, I don't think Geico does it. So so there's a couple thoughts. Paul, what do you think about like safety deposit boxes?
Well, I mean, a couple of the guys I've noted, well, ETA Nick really, but they, like Comic Tracks had said, you take them, your high-end books, you have them off-site. The safe, fireproof safe is just really for your protection. You're like, hey, I leave in the house, you have an alarm, whatever, and the house is safe, but things are going to happen, nothing you can control. But I think the thing you were talking about with the insurance, if people are really nervous and are on that level where they're like, hey, I got a big collection, I'm going to, and then he said, I'm going to go send it to outer space. That's a good one. But, you want to think and say, hey, you want to feel comfortable with what you want to do. If you want to take it to the safe deposit box, put it in the safe, or just have an insurance policy where you're covered, then whatever makes you comfortable. That's why we're just giving y'all ideas and stuff of what are out there and what's available for the collector. What's it? Packets can change. Well, I mean, like on the propylene boxes, what? 45-50% humidity. The packets will, you got it. Yeah, you're right, Future Batman. So what he's saying, like, so you put those packs in there, after 3 or 4 months, you check them, and you may have to replace them. Yeah. So yeah, that's right. I agree with you on that one. But yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. I mean, whatever makes you happy collecting, go for it. You want an insurance policy, you want to put them in a safe, or you just want to put them at a safe deposit box. The higher end stuff you have make you. There he goes. Collectible insurance services.
Yeah.
And what a wife is to tell what?
That's what a wife is for. Paul tells me. 24/7.
Oh, is that the wife is 24/7 guard duty. Talk about comics and taking care of them, and safe or not a safe or a deposit box. We're talking, Future Batman, we're talking about the higher end stuff, or what people want to be comfortable, or what people have done protecting their collectibles. I mean, it's a 2-part segment, man. I mean, good night. Do I have to explain to you 2-part segment? One part was, and then this is the second part. Oh, look at Spidey Girl. Spidey Girl. Was this?
Right.
Seems good.
Hey, let's do our second giveaway of the night. I'm going to type a quiz question up in here. All right, quiz question. And this is going to be for the Wolverine number 50 right here. Die cut, very high grade. What about acetate? I use gel packs for my clothes.
I use gel packs.
2 words, booby traps. Yeah. Booby traps, not a bad idea. Most of my books are near me. It's because I change out the book. Yeah. All right. So quiz question.
Because I change out the books. They're 98. I know they're in near mint condition. Okay. So acetates, what's that? I mean, that's a totally different thing, Mike Bravo. I mean, those are an insurance. There are many alternatives.
All right. Let me think. What is another? Okay, tell you what, let's just do, because Paul likes this. I want you to just drop drop in the word in after the starting line.
Nearman, where do you live? Payment sent. Let me see. I didn't get nothing. Oh, you know what? I know you sent it. You sent it.
All right, Future Batman. Got you. There we go. Collector, CDR.
Okay, got it now. Oh, okay.
Let's see. Mike Bravo. Comic tracks. Andrew Kai. Larry Green. Steve Brown.
Thank you, Spidey Girl. I got the payment. Thank you. He says all the people in Houston area should have a meet and greet.
We
did?
Yeah, the comic book swap. But hey, everybody in the Houston area, if you're going to be at the show this weekend, make sure and let us know.
Yeah, so Strictly and Carlos Collects will have a signing from 12 to 3. So y'all be there. The line will be forming at 10 o'clock. So, and it will be a long line.
I was going to be selling tickets outside.
I'll be selling T-shirts outside. I think the Strictly Comics one is 15, and the Carlos Collects will be 5. Yeah, that's
wow.
Look at that. Comic Trade said, I'll be there. Make sure you line up at 10. And Mike, Signature Series. Mike Bravo tracks. Y'all make sure y'all be in line at 10 o'clock. Wash hands. There you go. Kip says y'all be handing out $100 bills. Woo! I'm gonna have to be in line then.
Woo! Yeah, I've heard that putting packaging tape directly on the comic book is a way to really secure it Carlos
I'll
is taking
be-
submissions on blank covers. And
I will be selling G-strings outside. What, Spidey girl? What the? Good thing Paul sent me a coupon.
I'll make sure to call HPD to go buy some of your shirts, Paul.
Oh, we lost them. Oh, man. Uh-oh. See what y'all did? What y'all did? Look what y'all did. Y'all. Oh. Sounds like a cheap laminated comic. Comic book report, I took over. Oh, man. It's not my fault. I did not press anything. Oh, I'm 20 miles from the Oregon border of. Oh, it's all good, Larry. I appreciate you, man. Well, I think we're having technical. Oh, we have technical difficulties. You know what? Let me see. All right. Yeah, I'll do this. Okay, well, I don't want to leave y'all. I don't know if he's coming back, but I will. Let's see, I don't need that. I don't need that. I need this. I better come and co-host. I know, right? You're gonna save me. Hold on, let me put the old-fashioned duck piece. Stopwatch. Oh. All right. All right, let me see here. Okay, I'll do this. Well, Carlos Collects is ticking off, but I will. All right, so I will do. Yeah, I'll do this. Let's see. He pulled my pants down. Okay. All right, I'll do this. Since he took off, I'll do a giveaway for second round. So one of these two got Ant-Man. Oh, Ant-Man #1, the variant, or Mandalorian cover A, I believe. I think it's cover A. All right, I'll put a start line and y'all put in, and I will start getting the race ready. Unless he comes back. But I'll do a giveaway since he took off. All right, I'll put a start line. Y'all put in for me, and I will give away one of these. Let's see. Paul always saves the day. Professional Paul is here. All right, let me put the race in. There we go. I'm going to let everybody see where am I at. Okay. Let me put that in. Comic report. Comic report. Let's see, comic tracks. Comic report, comic tracks. Spider Girl. Spider Girl.
Oh, look who popped in.
Oh, I came to save the day. Here he is.
Oh yeah, he came to. So hold on, I will do this race, and then you can do your race. So
Wait, okay. Wait, what are you doing?
I'm gonna do her. So she took off. I didn't know you were coming back. I
No,
said
my
I was
laptop
gonna.
died.
Okay, well you can see that that's unprofessional, but I am here. Always professional comics. But yeah, I'll run my race, and then you can run yours.
Okay.
I just gonna. All right, where am I at? Steve Brown.
Wait, hang on. What, are you giving one away?
Yeah.
But you're gonna ship it out, right?
What? No,
Yep.
I'm giving it to you
Yeah,
since
no, you're gonna ship it out.
you deboggled everything.
Hey, Spidey Girl. Hey, Mr. Collector. Good to see you guys.
All right, I got Johnny 5, Andrew.
I figured I'd come bring my abuse live and in person.
Andrew. What is?
So I got to tell you, Carlos,
Mm-hmm.
I got
Nice.
a pack of these
Nice.
yesterday. I don't know if this was the, is this the name brand you were?
Yeah, that's Comet Clear.
Oops.
I know that other people make them. Some.
I thought I was trying to get the ones that you were promoting there. And I was hoping I got the right ones here.
Hello, Future Batman. Future. Batman.
Yeah, we've got about 10 months of summer, 1 month of spring, and 1 month of winter.
So I was going to do this live on air,
Yeah.
show people how to put packing tape on the cover of a comic book.
Don't ruin that comic book. Send it to me.
You missed my horror story about my Warlock book. Did you watch the show? The end of the show?
All right, let me put
I haven't watched it on the rewind
yet.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, because I saved
All right. Let me share this. Okay, so this is for this. I got the regular cover or Ant-Man, the variant cover. I think this is the first appearance in here, but I'll do that since, Professional Paul is here. My computer was messed up. Y'all hear that? Boy, I tell you. All right.
What in the world?
What kind of race?
I'm doing the old-fashioned duck race.
I do like a good duck race.
Y'all see it? It's good?
Yeah.
Is that a no? Yes. Okay, I got all my people in here.
Game of Thrones is not a sponsor of the channel, but it was a decent first episode.
Well, I had 21 people down.
Well, I just did the ones for me. If you had 21, that's cool.
Okay,
I just
remember,
wrote down.
we're not running both. We're not doing two more giveaways.
All right, well, no problem, man. I'm doing this one. No problem.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Oh, no, you ain't going to get me. Here we go.
Go to full screen so it resets.
I got you. Yep. Oh, look at Strictly, boy. Strictly is a strawberry.
Look at
the future Batman. Future Batman.
Count Duckula looks strong. Johnny Five's out in the front. That's where Paul tells you need to be to win the race.
Yup, there you are, Future Batman. Look at Future Batman. He's like, boy, I'm cruising. I am cruising.
He's way out there. Somebody gonna come up?
Who's gonna make the push? I told you. Look at Andrew. Nice with the regular duck.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, that all wrong. Oh well.
Golden oldie.
All right.
Well, congratulations, Andrew. A fantastic win on the Wednesday show. Hashtag
let's see. Future Batman said it was rigged. Let me see. Where is it at? Okay. Oh, here it is. Andrew Callie, you are the winner.
Andrew Kai.
Okay. Andrew Kai. Which one did you want, good buddy?
Let's see. Hang on.
No disintegrations.
Ant-Man number 1 or Mandalorian number 1? A sweet looking Ant-Man cover.
That Ant-Man is pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the variant. Yeah, variant.
He takes
Mando. No, it's the. Okay, Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Good pick. Cameo of All right. Appreciate it, buddy. Hit
All
me up
right.
on Instagram.
Roast tomatoes at Paul.
Oh man,
right.
what a sore loser. Sore loser.
Here we go. All right, guys. That's how Paul gets ready for the day.
Hey man, don't mess with my professionalism. There you go, Andrew. Save the day again for Carlos.
So glad that Paul's going to take care of shipping that one out.
What?
Excited about that.
Lost your mind.
So, all right. Hey, so thanks so much for tuning in tonight, guys. MT, do you have since you jumped on, do you have any final thoughts on the comic, protecting your comic collection front?
My only comment, I kind of made this comment on the Monday show too. One of my favorite techniques to do, and I don't have the wrapper, but I'm going to show you. Like my main comic book collection, I actually don't really like to keep them in Mylar. Oddly enough, they
That's
don't
weird.
fit in the box right. So what I like to do is I buy resealable bags, Silver Age, for thick comic books. And what that allows me to do is to put 2 or 3 backer boards in with the comic. So because I don't like it to feel flimsy in my hand, or if you happen to drop it or do something dumb like that. 2 or 3 backer boards feels very rigid in the hand. It feels very, very safe, especially if you've got a modern size book, right? There's plenty of extra space around there. But we kind of, Jin showed this before. A lot of times if you double up a board, or if you buy certain bags are 1/8 to 1/4 inch smaller than others, it pinches the corners of the books and bends over, just slightly bends over the corners, right? And especially if you're sending it into CGC or something like that, that type of deduction is enough to keep you from getting a 9.8 or a 9.6 book.
Wow, you do all that protection for that book? Wow.
Oh, hey, Paul, did you? I won't spill the beans about Paul.
No, don't spill the beans. That's a special Monday hauls video.
Paul has got an extremely special.
Yeah, I got a good Monday haul. Y'all worried about the acetate gate? I got something that was worse. This one almost ended comic book friendship.
So at any rate, this is by far I think the most important technique as far as keeping my collection, my personal collection, in good shape. I also like the fact that a sealable comic, you can pull it down tight and it actually keeps it kind of airtight, much more so than just a single piece of tape on a book. Now you got to be careful, because if you're
pizza boxes,
you're taking them off. I did this one time on an auction, actually live on an auction, is I left the tab up and I set another book on top of that adhesive strip.
the adhesive strip.
So you got to be kind of careful with that. But if you get used to that, but at any rate, I can't
believe you actually put that in.
My issue with some of the, especially I don't ever buy 4mm Mylars. I think they're absolutely terrible, because when you bend them over, they're super thick at the top. So when you lay them in your box, they don't ever sit right, and they.
That is not true at all. Look at that.
But I will say I do keep.
This is 4mm right here. Look, it does not fold over all that you're talking about.
4mm.
It's just that you just can't get the comic in and out. That's the only thing that I don't like. But they present beautiful. But I don't know what he's talking about the flap. Look, the flap is nice and secure.
There's the other issue, is that
the flap is nice and secured.
Pull that book out. If that's an actual 4mm, let's see you pull that book out of that bag.
It is 4mm. This is this. I'm not pulling them out.
How easy it is to take them out.
It's just too much trouble to pull them out. I leave them in there.
Show people how easy it is to pull a comic book out of a 4mm bag.
Hell no, it ain't.
Demonstrate it.
Hell no, I ain't demonstrating. Look, but what he's talking about, the flap, it doesn't have a flap. It's actually nice. It'll sit nice, but they are not.
Yeah, hold that flat. Let's hold that flat for the people horizontally.
Yeah, look, I'm telling you, horizontally. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Look,
that's vertical. That's vertical.
Okay, horizontally. Okay,
Yeah, there you go. See how much fatter it is on one side than the other?
They're gonna compress, but they're not gonna push the book. They don't bend.
Then pull one out.
I'm not about to pull these out here. Hell no.
Well, the problem is that they crease the bag and it pinches on the comic when you try to take it out. That's the other issue.
Yeah, I mean, okay, look.
That's fine. To each their own.
All right, we're getting off. We're off topic, guys. Let's bring it home. This was just for MT to share a couple of final thoughts. All right, so hey, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in tonight. We enjoyed hanging out. One of the cool things about comic collecting is that everybody has their own process and their own.
Right there, look, bam,
and you get to see.
Yeah, just pull the comic or something.
Just tore the comic in half to get it out.
Yep, man, got a sub crease. All
right, so we've enjoyed hanging out with you tonight. Don't forget, you haven't subscribed to the channel yet.
I don't know why this is an MT.
Let's see you put that back in there, Paul. Let's see you put that
motherfucker.
Let's watch it in real time.
Go in there, damn it! There it goes. And my second. Come on,
gosh.
second board.
Sorry.
Get in there, you damn stupid second board. Oh shit, y'all got me. I hate these 4 wheels.
Here's one where it's at the wheel. That's the one you need.
That's it right there.
There it is. Now it's back in there. There you go, sweetheart. Look at that. Y'all, it's nice and easy. It's nice and easy.
Beautiful.
It is nice and easy. There it is, back in there where it belongs.
Honestly,
So I mean, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty easy.
I didn't know he'd even talked about 4mm Mylar. Sorry, Paul.
Thank you, MT.
All right, so hey,
we had a great discussion too. You showed up.
Thank you to everybody who turned out and hung out with us in the chat. Congratulations to our 2 winners for the night. Those books should go out very soon. Big thanks to MT for jumping in at the last minute when my power died on my laptop. That was a big help.
Professional, unorganized. Yeah.
You're gonna get muted, Paul. Keep it up. All right. And as always, a huge thank you to my partner in crime and good laughs is Mr. Paul himself, the professional comic guy. It's been good. Let me just remind you as we close out that the 1,000 subscriber giveaway is coming up. I haven't announced any books that are going to be given away for that on purpose because it won't just be books. There'll be slabs, raw books, and there'll also be some other cool stuff as well, possibly even a product that you saw showcased tonight. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a good time. Going to have some extra special guests on with us for that night, and that does look like it's probably going to be sometime into September. We'll probably break 1,000 by the end of the month, and then schedule that show for sometime in September. So that should be a whole lot of fun. We'll try to get everybody from the channel on here, pack us all into a bunch of tiny little windows. Otherwise, if you're new to the channel, I want to just remind you about a couple of things going on here that we have. As I've said before, we do have 3 shows a week. On some weeks, the Friday features are at best going to be every other week for the foreseeable future because they do take a lot of time to produce, and I have less time now than ever before. Monday Halls Live and the Giveaway Show are both live stream shows that happen here on Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Central. Make sure to join us for those because we do try to keep them as close to an hour as possible in length. Sometimes they go to an hour and a half, once in a while past that, but we do try to keep it shorter so you can watch the whole episode and then get to your family stuff and whatever else makes you happy for the evening. Last but not least, the Comic Collecting for Beginners 4-part video series is still available on YouTube. It is a free series that just gives my thoughts on getting started in this hobby that we all love, and just some practical tips, some just thought-provoking tips, just stuff that gets you a couple, get you some new ideas and some direction for where to get started, because it is a big hobby with a lot going on. Big thanks, or make sure that you check out the guys over on the Strictly Comics channel on Thursdays and Sundays. They do comic auctions where a lot of the books that you'll see showcased here on Mondays and Wednesdays will get put up for sale. And you can pick those up, but we don't do the sales here on this channel because this is not a sales channel. This is a content-driven channel. So thanks again to these guys for tuning in, and we're going to go ahead and call it a night, and we will say...
Hold on, man. I just want to thank everybody who came out tonight, and I just want to say what? Professionalism still continues, but I am here to hold it down. He made a mistake and said, "Oh, my computer died." I don't understand that, but you just plug in the plug to the wall. Problem solved. And thank you, MT, for trying to have my back, even though you messed up everything and tried to get me for my comic book. But yeah, we'll check us out, and road to 1,000. Here we come. So appreciate it.
All right. I'm glad you repeated everything I just said, Paul. Thank you for that. That's why I keep you around.
No professionalism, just
reinforcement.
Well, you said it, but more professionally. All right.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, thanks for being here tonight. We will see you next time. Keep collecting those comics.